You know, recently there was a YouTuber that just got killed in a motorcycle accident, and this guy inspired me to become a van dweller and build my Chevy Express camper van back in 2014. And I just found out that he just got killed in a motorcycle accident. I'm really sad. Rest in peace to Rolling EarthShip Earth. He was well liked, really nice guy. AK, his name is Luis. Rest in peace, brother. But I'm going to tell you this, guys. I'm going to tell you how he died on his motorcycle, what happened in this motorcycle accident. And it had nothing to do with a car or any of the common things that usually kills motorcycle riders. But I'm going to tell you, with this particular accident that he had, it's something really you can't really prevent. And I'm going to talk about it in this video and some things you can do to possibly help prevent that type of motorcycle crash. But usually it's often fatal. The same thing happened to Jay Leno a while back, and he got hurt really bad. Luckily he didn't get killed. But I'm going to talk about in this video.
Let's go for a ride. Subscribe today.
First off, make sure you're wearing the gear to stay safe out there. Here in the winter time, I actually got my heated gloves, which are awesome. I have links to all of my awesome gear, like these heated gloves, my ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet that comes with an automatic tint shield, airbag vest, a winter jacket, bands, pants, boots. Links to all my gear is in the description and comment section of this video. When you get on your motorcycle, oh, that feels good, baby. It's beautiful to get out here on your motorcycle and experience the freedom. And it's very soulful, you know, riding on two wheels with a motorcycle. And that's why I created this channel, to help inspire others to get into motorcycle riding, and also to get into van life as well. Build a bug out moto camper van like I have, where I carry my motorcycle and live out of my van and travel all over the country. But the guy that actually, one of the guys that actually inspired me to do that, his name is Luis, aka Rolling EarthShip Earth on YouTube. He was one of the, I mean, he did it way back before I did, man. And it was really sad to hear that he got killed in a motorcycle accident, man. He in Pennsylvania, the next state over from me. How he got killed, there was a storm the night before, and he was riding on his Honda NX500 in the morning going to work, because he worked in construction. He actually got clotheslined by an electric line. You know, the lines here, electric lines or whatnot. It clotheslined him off his bike, and they found him unresponsive. Somebody found him unresponsive on the side of the road. And then he eventually, I don't know if he was dead on the scene or he died at the hospital, but that's how he got killed. He got clotheslined on his Honda NX500. Man, I'm telling you guys, that actually happened to Jay Leno. He was in a parking lot, and there was a low-hanging line or whatnot, and he got clotheslined. He wasn't going that fast. He got hurt, but he survived it. He didn't get hurt too bad, but had he been going at speed and got clotheslined, I mean, that could have possibly killed him. Actually, when I was looking up the details of Luis' accident, aka Rolling EarthShip Earth, I saw there was actually about the same time another man got killed on his motorcycle by getting clotheslined by a low-hanging electric line.
Officials say 53-year-old Jamie Weaver was killed after he hit a low-hanging power line from a down traffic light. The Aiken County Coroner's Office says it happened around 10:30 last night on Highway 25. He was pronounced dead around 11:10.
Because of a storm. And he got killed too. So, you know, what can you do to prevent an accident like that? There really isn't much you can do, but if there has been a storm in your area, that's something that should pop in your head. that there could be a low-hanging electric line, you know, stuff and debris on the street or whatnot. And it's wise not to go riding after a storm. So you want to, you know, help prevent an accident like that. So if there is a storm, but even if there isn't a storm, for whatever reason, a tree falls on the line, electric line, and that line hits, you know, is hanging low. It's because the line can be, you know, it's black. You're not paying attention. And you can run right into it and they pull you right off your bike.
However, the motorcyclist didn't see the low-hanging lines, striking them, and it caused the motorcycle to overturn. 77-year-old Richard Welling was the driver of that motorcycle. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
And but I'll tell you this: I don't know. By the way, Louis was wearing all the gear. He had a helmet. He had everything, but I don't believe he had on an airbag vest. Correct me if I'm wrong. But honestly, I believe that possibly, had he had an airbag vest on, that could have possibly saved his life. It has saved many motorcycle riders' lives, because if you get clothesline, the tether will pull the mechanism here, the air canister, and inflate your airbag vest. And the airbag vest actually inflates and it stabilizes your neck and also protects your spine and vital organs. So if you get knocked off your bike, you hit the ground, it's going to help stabilize your neck. Okay, that's what usually causes, like, a lot of riders' deaths is their neck snaps. They end up, you know, snapping their neck, their spinal cord injury, either that or trauma to their major organs or whatnot. And honestly, just having a CE armor jacket on, which is helpful, which I believe he had on a CE armor jacket, it's not going to prevent you from getting killed like an airbag vest will. That's why I tell you guys, it's imperative that you ride with an airbag vest or airbag jacket, which, by the way, I have a link to in the description and comment section of this video. I never leave home without it. The one time I did leave home without it is I ended up breaking my collarbone messing around off-road on my supermoto. And I believe, had I had on that airbag vest, I believe that possibly could have helped prevented that collarbone fracture that I experienced. So now I never leave home, no matter what. I never leave home without my airbag vest when I'm riding my motorcycles, man. A lot of you guys complain about the cost, which this thing, it may be, I don't know, $700 plus for airbag vest. But how much is your life worth? How much is your quality of life worth? I know some of you guys don't care. If you feel like if you do crash and die on a motorcycle, but sometimes you don't die and you end up a paraplegic or something. I mean, wouldn't you rather have spent that $700 to prevent possibly becoming a paraplegic? I mean, seriously, a lot of you guys lack common sense, but a lot of you guys will go spend over $1,000 in mods on your bike. You'll put an aftermarket exhaust, you'll put all the trinkets and pretty parts on your bike and performance parts, and nothing about that. Like, you will do that without hesitation. Always make sure, treat every car as though it's going to pull out on you. That's how I treat every car. So I try to do preventative. You always want to prevent an accident. But anyways, a lot of you guys will waste a lot of money on parts on your bike, but you won't buy an airbag vest for cheaper than an aftermarket exhaust. I don't understand you guys, man. You don't make any sense. But when you get hurt really bad, you want to blame it on the motorcycle. You want to say the motorcycle is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It's not the motorcycle. It's you. You know, you're being stupid, using no common sense. I'm not trying to, get after all you guys. I want to save lives. I want to see you guys riding out here and enjoying the ride and helping to stay safe. It pains me to hear of motorcycle riders getting killed, especially Louis, aka Rolling EarthShip Earth, that inspired me to get into van life. Man, that really it really made me really sad, man. That was a good dude, and he had all the gear, but no airbag vest, I believe. If I'm wrong, correct me. You could lead, like my grandmother used to say, you could lead a horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink. And that's how it is for a lot of you guys. Some of you guys got to learn the hard way, or you get killed out here, man. And it's just really sad to hear. But as far as a low-hanging power line, like I said, if you're going fast, that's another reason not to speed out here on the streets, which usually kills a lot of riders. I don't know if he was speeding or not. He was commuting to work, so I highly doubt he was really ripping it on his motorcycle. But the faster you go, the less chance you're going to be able to see a low-hanging line like that. That's why I'm telling you, man, you really got to enjoy the cruise out here. Just cruising your motorcycle out here, man, and chill and enjoy the torque, the sound, and your scenery, and just being comfortable and enjoying the ride. A lot of you guys, especially younger riders, are too caught up with the power of a bike, speed. You know, speed is one of the biggest killers of motorcycle riders. Actually, people think that cars are the biggest or most responsible for killing riders, and they only account for 40% of motorcycle riders' deaths. 60% of motorcycle riders that get killed is because of the lack of skill, speeding, not wearing gear, and other external factors, you know, road debris and stuff like that. It's not cars all the time. Just like what happened to Louis, man, just with the low-hanging power line, you know. I don't know how fast he was going, so I'm not going to say that was but I feel that if he'd have had on the airbag vest, I feel that could have saved his life. But if you're just cruising out here, that's why I got the MTL7. I love the bottom end grunt. I'm not trying to get the full, top end power anymore. I did that with the super bikes in the past. It gets lame riding in a straight line and speeding. And speeding around street corners is just really stupid. The really fast bikes are best for the track, man. Straight up. I'm just keeping it real with you. Is that, yeah, the super bikes look sexy out here. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, the only people that think they're sexy is you and other bikers. And other bikers out here is a very, very small percentage. Most of these people could care less about motorcycles, and they could care less how you look on your motorcycle. But in your own mind, you think you're the sexiest thing out here on your super bike. And I know, obviously, you get them for power. If you look at the majority of the speed you do out here on the streets, it's just doing what I'm doing. You're doing a speed limit, or maybe 10, 15, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit. And hell, a 300cc, a 400cc bike can do that. So to having a 1,000cc motorcycle that's doing over 200 horsepower is really just, it's asinine, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I just want to say rest in peace to Rolling EarthShip and Louis. And man, my prayers go out to his family. I know that must be really tough. He was only in his 50s, man. That's young. So it's sad to see somebody fairly young to lose their life like that. But I'll tell you that he lived a full life from what I've seen through the YouTube videos. He was living it up, living it out here on the road in his van, enjoying life, and riding his motorcycle. He died doing what he loved doing, riding a motorcycle, and that's a beautiful thing. But honestly, sometimes I believe we really don't have control of when you're going to die. So it was just his time. Otherwise, he wouldn't have died. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's some things you could do out here to help prevent from getting hurt at the very least. And but I don't know. Leave a comment below for those of you guys that knew who Rolling EarthShip Earth was, and I'd love to hear from you what you guys have to say about the the possibility of hitting a low-hanging power line. Has that happened to you or anybody you know? Leave a comment. What do you do to help prevent something like that? Share it with the community. That's why I do this video, to help incite community discussion. I appreciate all you guys. Make sure to hit thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell symbol so you get notified when my new videos released. But I release new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, catch you guys later.